All right, here we go. Perfect. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining our Wellness Wednesday webinar. We're so glad you can join us. We're excited to have representatives from University of Arizona Global Campus, Albertus Magnus College, and Southern Connecticut State University with us today. Each school will have a few minutes to share information about their various degree programs and tuition. And then after each presentation, we'll pause for questions before moving on to the next speaker. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Brian, who's joining us from the University of Arizona Global Campus. Brian, thanks for being here, and the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Let me just get my slides shared and then we'll get going. Everyone can see that all right?
Yes.
Awesome. Like Sarah said, my name is Brian Moore. I'm from the University of Arizona Global Campus. Really happy to be here in this kind of like education fair style webinar to talk to you a little bit more about overall just our online landscape of our university and ways to advance your education with us and the tuition savings available to you as City of New Haven employees. So just overall, just a brief synopsis of everything that's going on with our Wildcat community is our number one goal is to help you achieve your goals. That's why we offer 100% online programs that give you the flexibility to earn your degree on your own time. By taking one accelerated course at a time, you can fit school into your busy schedule. And at UAGC, you also can transfer approved credits towards a bachelor's degree and earn credit for your work and life experience and military services. We also have no standardized testing requirements, and there is also no application fee as well. And best of all, you have a team of support behind you throughout your entire academic journey, which you can kind of see some of the highlights of that right here on this slide. And then I do just want to get a little bit into our online format, as we are taking online learning to new levels by providing easy access to our learning platform and flexible scheduling. Our classes are asynchronous, which means that classes have a start date, an end date, and preset deadlines for all the course assignments. In addition to that, you're also not required to work on a traditional class scheduled at specified times. For example, you wouldn't have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like a Wednesday, Thursday class at a set specific login time. There is no required login time, so you have the freedom to work at your own convenience as long as you adhere to the deadlines of the course. And then, unlike traditional programs in that aspect, our classes are accelerated. The bachelor's levels classes are 5 weeks long and master's level classes are 6 weeks long. This means that the course start dates are continuously rolling, which means that once you finish one course, you then roll right into the next course the following week. We do allow for breaks in between courses if you need to. If you ever need to, you could take a break in between courses if you can't take them back to back at any point. And then in speaking of technology in UAGC, we use a platform called Canvas for our virtual classrooms that can be accessible through a mobile app at any point. And then the same goes for Constellation, which is our application that we use for interactive digital textbooks. Another few perks of that is also that in addition to that, you also have free access to Microsoft 365 and Grammarly Premium to help make your student experience easier. You also have a number of different modes of dedicated student support, just really demonstrating that you're never alone at UAGC. Everyone has a designated academic advisor. We have new student mentors available, financial services advisors. We also have 24/7 tech support, 24/7 online library and online tutoring, and 24/7 online writing center. That can really be helpful since most of our assignments are writing based, so you can actually submit them in advance to make sure you're submitting the highest level of work. Access and wellness, career services for life once you graduate with us. And then we also have UAGC Connect, which kind of serves as our student union. It's a way to connect with other students that may be studying the same program as you. And then just quickly reviewing our accreditations, professional affiliations, and memberships. We are proud of all of them, but most notably, we have our accreditation by the WASC Senior College and University Commission. This institutional accreditation across assures students, the educational community, and the public that Global Campus has been evaluated against a set of widely accepted higher education standards and meets acceptable levels of quality. We also have a number of our business programs that have been accredited through the International Accreditation Council for Business Education. And we have also received a number of awards from this organization, the Online Learning Consortium, when it comes to our effective practices that we use when it comes to the online learning experience. And then, of course, the most important part, and I apologize for the little editing mistake right there. I don't know what happened. But the tuition benefit. So through this opportunity, eligible City of New Haven employees and their immediate family members. So that typically means in the immediate family members, a spouse, or if you have a dependent age child who enroll in an online program at UAGC will receive the following reduced tuition rate, and that's $331 per credit for associate's and bachelor's programs, and that's compared to the original rate of $460 per credit. And then for the master's programs right there, it's $432 or $481, depending on the program for master's programs. And that's from a original rate of either $600 or $740 per credit. So definitely a pretty sizable discount right there that could be pretty advantageous. If you scan that QR code right there on the slide, then you will get some more information about that. And then I can also put our landing page in the chat as well. And then this particular QR code right here actually has an enrollment interest form. If anyone is interested in learning more information, you can scan that and then be contacted by one of our advisors to have a more thorough conversation about your options. So that's all I have for us today, and we can move on to questions if anyone has any.
Thanks, Brian. If anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or unmute yourself.
I also dropped 2 links in the chat as well in case anyone was interested in those and didn't want to scan it on their phone or something like that.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, if any questions come up, feel free to put them in the chat. Thanks again, Brian. That was really great. Hopefully some people take advantage of all those opportunities. We're going to go ahead and move on to Eileen from Albertus Magnus College.
PowerPoint here.
Just let me, oh, there we go, stop share. Got it.
Okay, you able to see it? Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, thank you all for joining this afternoon. Albertus Magnus College is located in New Haven, Connecticut, near the Hamden town line. This is our admissions team for professional and graduate studies. So you'll be working with one of us if you decide to apply here at Albertus Magnus College. Right. Why Albertus? We do offer accelerated classes. You can earn up to 30 credits in 1 year. And our students, our full-time students, take 2 classes every 8 weeks. We call them modules. If you take 2 classes 5 times a year, that's where the 30 credits come in. You can take maybe 1 more class at a time and finish earlier, but I want to be very clear. When we say accelerated degree program, it's not the degree that you're going to complete in less than 4 years, for example. It's really the classes that are accelerated. You may be able to knock off 6 months and complete the degree in 3.5 years, but for most people who are working full time, 2 classes at a time is sufficient. We want you to do really well and not really struggle here and not have a good GPA at the end because you had too many classes at one time. All right. Instructor led online learning and self-paced online instruction. As Brian mentioned, as long as you're submitting the work on time, meeting the deadlines, it's pretty flexible for the busy adult. So you do have options there. Most of them are self-paced online instructions. We do have some where you would zoom in, what we call synchronous learning, and you'll participate like in a classroom, except you're doing it from the comfort of your home or anywhere else where you have access to a computer. Our student faculty ratio is 9-to-1. So the classes are small. So if you're looking for kind of a personalized experience at Albertus, our academic advisor, which will be your academic advisor, is always there for you. And I always say no one can fail at Albertus unless you're not accessing the resources provided to you. We do have a Germain Center here. We do provide online tutoring. We do provide on-ground tutoring. Your professors really get to know you because you are in a small class. And they are there for you. You don't get lost in a sea of students. So if that's important to you, that's why Albertus would be a smart choice for you. And we also have career services here, and our adult students can access that department if you're looking for internship, jobs, careers. You can speak to them about your needs, and they are there to help you as well and assist you in that format. Okay, we do offer start dates 5 times a year. This looks funny to me, but our next January to March, which just started, our March 16th is the next start date. So if you're interested in, you're thinking about starting classes, the next start date is March 16th through May 7th. Then we have what we call our Mod 5, our summer module. That's how we refer to it. May 26th through July 16th. And then our students will take a month off in the summer, and they'll resume again in August. And then I'll go from August to October, and then you're back to the January cycle. So it's 5 times a year, January to March, March to May, May to July, August to October, and October to December. Those are the 5 start dates. We offer 4 associate's degree, but currently it's 3 of them. The Associates in Health Science is our brand new associate's degree. It will start in August, so we are accepting applications for it. So that's a new rollout beginning in August of 2026. It's great because it covers EKG, CNA, and phlebotomist. So 3 things, 3 careers in one. And then for those that want to continue on to pursue a degree in nursing, like a bachelor's in nursing, this is like a stepping stone for them, and all the credits will transfer. So they can start with us with the Associates in Health Science and continue for the bachelor's in science in nursing. All right, and the health science is hybrid program. So some classes will be on ground and others will be online. But most of our bachelor's degree, which I will move on to, is are online, with the exception of the LPN to BS in nursing. As you see, they highlighted there. That one is hybrid. You must come to classes in New Haven and also classes online. But the majority of them on the screen can be done fully online. You don't ever have to come to Albertus except on your graduation date, if that's what you choose to do. But it is convenient if you work in New Haven and you need, to access services, you're here, you're 10 minutes away. So, and that's another plus. So again, completely online with the exception of LPN to BS in nursing. We do have, nope, never mind. We've removed one that's coming off for August. Master's degree. So this is great. So we have 2, 4, 6 degrees that you can complete. 5 degrees in 1 year. Healthcare administration is 1 year and 2 months, I believe. So you can complete the module based in roughly 1 year by taking 2 classes at a time. So if you're looking for an MBA, you can do it in 1 year. You can do it in 2 years, or you can do it in 1.5 years. It's really what works for you and your family. Traditional semester based. We have 3 of them: the Masters of Art Therapy and Counseling, MS in Clinical Counseling, Masters of Fine Arts in Writing. If you love to write, you're thinking about writing a novel, this would be a great program for you. These programs are traditional semester based. The Art and Art Therapy and Counseling and Clinical Counseling are only offered in August. So if that's appealing to you, the only time you can start is August. So Master of Fine Arts in Writing is offered in August and January. So please keep that in mind. The other ones, the module based, you can start anytime, 5 times a year. So whatever's convenient for you. Adult undergraduate transfer credits. So if you're bringing transfer credits from Gateway, from Southern, from any other school, 64 if it's from a community college, an accredited community college, 90 if you're transferring from a 4-year institution with grade C or better. So if you have a C or C plus, we will take it. If you have a C minus, we will not take it. If you bring in too many credits, obviously we can't take them all. There's a limit that we can take, the 64 or the 90. And if you're a veteran or you're an active member of the service, then we will encourage you to request your military transcripts, as we can apply some of those credits from your academy to your degree. All right. For graduate students, maximum we take is 6 credits, with some exceptions up to 9. All right. But mostly 6 credits for graduate programs. If you're transferring from post-university or somewhere else, for example, we would take those credits. Tuition cost. So this is per 3 credit course, right? So typically our courses are 3 credit courses. So if you're taking a course, it's $1,800 or $600 per credit, whatever number you're comfortable with there. This is not showing the tuition discount for the city of New Haven. So you would deduct 15%. which I think it takes off like 2,700 off your bill, and I think you pay 15,300, or maybe it's 15,700, but thereabouts, right? 15% you would deduct from that. Graduate, same thing. It ranges from 2,526 to 3,159 per course. Again, the 3-credit course. And again, you would deduct the 15% off discount for City of New Haven employees. Ways to pay for it: financial aid. You can do it by credit card on the portal, or you can just show up to Albertus and, pay by check, money order, cash, whatever works best for you. Most of the time, many employers, I should say, provide tuition reimbursement. So it's not direct bill, but that's something you'd work out with your employer, not necessarily with Albertus. Financial aid is there, Pell Grant, those are for associates and bachelors. We always encourage every applicant to apply because you never know what you're going to get. Student loans, another option. It gives you options. So we always tell people apply and then go elsewhere and make a compare, right? To see what, where you're getting your best interest rate. Nothing lost there, but maybe an hour of your time. And then you have options. Again, how to apply, FAFSA form, highly encouraged. No one can bypass doing the master promissory note and loan entrance counseling unless you plan to pay the balance at Albertus in cash or in other ways by credit card. Because the tuition at Albertus, even if you get the Pell Grant, is not going to cover your full tuition for the year. So do keep that in mind. Employee organization discounts. This is where our partnership with the City of New Haven comes in. City of New Haven gets 15% tuition discount, as many others do. If you're a first responder, if you work for the City of New Haven, but you're a police officer, a 911 dispatcher, firefighter, EMT, a licensed security guards, and Department of Correction officers, you get 25% off. It cannot be combined. So if you work for the City of New Haven and you also work at Yale, you cannot combine them. You cannot say, okay, I got 15% for Yale and 15% at City of New Haven. Nope, you have to select which one you want, or we will determine the higher discount and apply that. Okay, so they're not stackable. And there's the website and the QR code. You can go on that website and you can see all our partners and everyone who gets a discount and so forth. And how to apply, you go to our website, go to our main website, find out, the accelerated degree program or the graduate program, select that. There's a button that says apply now, and that's how you start the education. If you are a City of New Haven employee, we will waive the application fee, so you don't pay it. It's completely free. We'll waive it on the back end. We do need official transcripts, intake form, immunization records, only if you're taking classes on ground, on campus. If it's online, we don't need your immunization records. You only sign an immunization waiver form, and that's it, and submit a photo ID, and you're done. Graduate programs obviously require more documents: essays, interviews, reference letters, etc. The admissions counselor will tell you this, and they should provide an admissions checklist for you once you've submitted or started an application. And the LPN to BS in nursing, that's a 2-part process. You must be an LPN to apply to the program, and you must have be in good standing, and you must have a 2.75 or higher with your GPA from the LPN institution you attended. And that is it for me, unless you have any questions, which I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Eileen. Any questions for her? All right, well, if any come up, feel free to pop them in the chat, raise your hand. So lastly, the city does not currently have a formal education partnership with Southern, but we do have Dr. Finch here to speak about their social work programs and just give some general information. So thank you, Dr. Finch, for being here, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hold on. I'm still trying to see if I can share, or otherwise I'll have to send you my PowerPoint.
Okay.
It was telling me I didn't have permission to do so.
If you click the share button, does it say request?
No. Okay. Do you mind if I just send it to you?
That's fine.
And 2 seconds. And while that while that goes, I could also just get started talking because I spend the majority of my days talking about Southern social work. But let me just get your sound. All right. So while that's coming over to you, I will get started with my introductions of myself and then giving an overview of Southern. So, hello everyone and welcome. And I really enjoy actually having this webinar because I came to the wellness fair in end of last year, and I thought that was a really great opportunity. And so I look forward to just sharing with you some of the overview of Southern at Social Work. My name is Dr. Finch. I am the chair of the Department of Social Work, and prior to 2 weeks ago, I was the MSW coordinator of our School of Social Work program. And so this is week 2 in my chair role, but I'm honored and really excited to continue leading the department. I've been a part of the faculty for 6 years total. 2 years of that was part-time. And then I've been full-time for the last 4 years. And so I teach across all of our programs that I'm going to talk about today, our bachelor's, our master's, and our doctoral programs. And so I will break down each of those for you all today, but I wanted to just take an opportunity to just sort of give you a little bit of background about myself, just so you could see a little bit about, who our instructors are and what we bring to the field. And also I should note that I have been a clinician and a therapist for the last 17 years, serving the New Haven community in various different capacities through children and family. And so my foundation is clinical practitioner, and I've transitioned into academia while also doing therapeutic services on the side to children and families still. And so here at Southern, we at Southern have 3 different programs. We have a bachelor's of social work program. We have a master's of social work program, both traditional, what we call our in-person and online. And we also have a doctoral program. And so you technically could come into the bachelor's program, shift into our master's program, and then also have an opportunity down the line, once you get your licensure, you get experience in the field, to come back and enter our doctoral program. So if you're interested in our undergraduate bachelor's program, that is a program that focuses on what we call generalist social work practice. So it is foundational. So students are learning engagement skills. Students are learning how to assess clients for risk. Students are learning just how to communicate and engage with clients one-on-one and in family and group settings. And so that is it starts in your junior year, or we have many transfer students as well. And so those students are coming in, maybe they have an associate's degree, or they have up to I think it's 60 credits, and they're transferring into Southern as a social work student. And then the really benefit for our BSW program, you can go to the second slide. That's kind of where I'm at. Our BSW program, what's really nice about that program is if you come into our BSW program, you have the opportunity of doing your master's in 1 year. So that's a really cool degree and opportunity for many of our students, because what we call it is a 4+1. You get to get your bachelor's degree in 4 years and then do your master's in 1 year, as long as you have the BSW degree. And that advanced standing option, whether you stay at Southern or not, is offered to across the country for our social work accreditation programs, because we are accredited. So that opportunity, whether you come to Southern for BSW, you can also do your 1 year as an advanced standing student anywhere. There's also institutions that offer 2-year plans. And so as you see here, our advanced standing is 1 year. We are going to be modifying this because with the federal loan changes and with the shifts for our student finances, we have actually learned that many students just want to do the 1 year. The 2 year is much more costly. And so we are going to be modifying this in a year where students are going to be able to do the 1 year plan. And we also shifted because we took a lot of student feedback regarding health and wellness and their own being able to show up. And we have also learned that students after graduation with their bachelor's degree really want to take a break in the summer. And so we have now started our fall and spring, and to allow them the same amount of credits to graduate in that 1 year. So we at Southern, because we are social justice, because listening and feedback is a part of the work in which we do, I have made some shifts to really give students the opportunity to take care of themselves during the summertime and then start back in the fall. And all right, next one. So our MSW program is really our common program for our grad programs. It is our Master of Social Work. And once you graduate with your bachelor's degree, and it doesn't have to be in social work, it could be psychology, sociology, human services, law enforcement, whatever it may be. We have social work. The beauty of social work is that you can come from any different angle. We have individuals who were in business. We have individuals who were teaching math who come into our program and shift, because social work is all about really seeing and valuing and holding space with individuals who come from different walks of life and backgrounds and have various different needs. And so we have 2 tracks in our master's program: clinical practice, which is about 95% of our students take clinical practice, which is those they want to work individually, family, and groups, and they want to really work through mental health with challenges and stress for the community. And also our community practice. So students who go into community practice track are really working on policy changes, really working on addressing large scale organizational needs. But we do have a community track with courses that teach you how to organize, teach you how to develop and your skills in that area. Let's see. I shared that above. Our MSW online. So our online program, just want to share that we do have an online program we started 2 years ago. This allows students to not have to come on campus, but to take all of their courses online. And we are graduating our first cohort in May. And so we have been able to really expand upon the course options in this area. And it is becoming an interest for many of our students, because as you know, work-life balance matters. And many students are coming back either second career or wanting to sort of amplify what they already have. And so we offer this as a way to not, impact the work and family life balance too much. We have a dual degree. So if you're interested in working with bringing your master's degree as well as dual women and gender studies, we have an option for women and gender studies. This might look like going into Black maternal health, going into women's rights, going into any movements that center around womenist and feminist practices. And so we do have students who take an interest in this as well. Our class schedules are traditional. If you are not an online student, your schedule may look like 2 times a week. We offer a lot of evening choices online and in person. We offer Saturday courses. We offer 1 whole day if you're able to leave your job or to make a schedule arrangement with your job for all day Thursday. We offer that option. So we really are trying to be very flexible in our course offerings, as well as provide access to our adult learners as well. All of our social work programs carry practicum, which is an internship. So for your bachelor's, in your last year and your senior year, you do an internship. And in your master's year, you do either 2 internships. One in the first year, which we call generalist, that's really introducing you to the field of social work. And then your second year is your clinical practice, which really is going to give you and hone in on those individual clinical skills that you need for the field. And so for me, the slide before, which is fine, we can stay here. It was really just sort of why Southern, why social work. And I just think that we as a department have really been striving on making sure that we build community partnerships, making sure that we build a just society, making sure that we amplify and support the community needs. And so our students really go out and they take charge and they really think about how they can continue adding to the field. And then how you can apply. Our application cycle just closed, and so it will open back up on July 1 with a due date of December 31st for all programs. And so if you have any questions, if you are curious about learning more about our programs, the last slide will share our contact information. I am willing to meet with you, give you a little bit of overview of what I do, what my role is as a social worker, how I've navigated through that. And also I just want to share, I'm a Southern alum. I graduated here with my master's degree in 2010, and I'm here teaching, leading the department that I never thought I was going to be here. So I think it just speaks to full circle. And many of our faculty are Southern alums and are currently actually working in the field as well. And so I have my contact information there if you need me, and I'm really interested in getting to know you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions for Dr. Finch? Okay, well, if anyone does have any questions, feel free to contact me. I can get you in touch with the right person. And this recording will be shared on our YouTube channel for the rest of the city employees to have access to. So feel free to let all of your colleagues know. If no one has any questions, that concludes our webinar for today. Thank you all so much for joining. This was great information, and hopefully you all take advantage of these great programs. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.